नमस्कार। आज की श्रृंखला में एक बार फिर आपका स्वागत है। एक बहुत ही खूबसूरत शख्सियत से आपको फिर से मिलवाने जा रहे हैं। कोलकाता नगरी से शहनशाह मिर्ज़ा साहब। शहनशाह मिर्ज़ा रॉयल्टी से ताल्लुक़ रखते हैं। नवाब वाजिद अली शाह के ग्रेट ग्रेट ग्रैंडसन। फाइनेंस मिनिस्ट्री में सीनियर जीएसटी ऑफिसर, नेचर ग्रीन एक्टिविस्ट, सोशल एक्टिविस्ट और अपनी विरासत को लेके बहुत ही जुनून है उनको, बहुत पैशनेट है। बैक टू रूट्स, जड़ से जुड़े का एक ही उद्देश्य है कि जानकार लोगों को उनकी बातों को आप तक पहुंचाएं ताकि हम अपना सोच विचार सही तरीके से कर सकें। क्या ऐसा नहीं लगता है कि हम अपने ही घरों में बंदी गृह हैं? जिस तरीके से एक ज़ू होता है, एक चिड़ियाघर होता है जिसमें जानवरों को बंद रखा जाता है, आज हम उसी तरीके से हैं। कोई बात नहीं, ये समय भी अच्छा समय है और किसी अच्छी बात के लिए ही हमारे ऊपर ये हमें एक नेमत के तौर पे हमें लेना चाहिए। शायद एक कड़ी सीख प्रकृति ने हमें 2 महीने में दिखा दिया कि जब मनुष्य बंदी गृह बना हुआ है तो वो दुल्हन की तरह सज रही है, संवर रही है और उसने अपना एक इतना खूबसूरत रूप धारण किया है। हम बाहर निकलेंगे तो देखेंगे। तो इसको हमें सहेज के रखना है अपने बच्चों के लिए, एक सुंदर समाज के लिए। हमें उस सृजन में भागीदार होना चाहिए, उस भेड़चाल में भागीदार होना चाहिए जो सच्चाई की है, ईमानदारी की है और सुकर्म के लिए है, अच्छे कर्मों के लिए है। तो सुनते हैं कि शहनशाह मिर्ज़ा हमारे लिए किन बातों को लेकर आए हैं और हम ये भी जानना चाहेंगे कि वो अपनी विरासत के लिए जो हमारी विरासत है, हम सब की विरासत है, उसके बारे में उनका क्या मानना है। खान पान से संबंधित उनकी सारी बातें बहुत ही खूबसूरत रही हैं, आप तक पहुंचा रहे हैं लेट्स गिव बैक इनिशिएटिव के द्वारा। तो सुनते हैं।
It is a fact that we have inherited some of the finest traditions, some of the finest cultures, and some of the finest culinary habits the world can ever think of. Food has always played an important role in shaping human civilization. We have inherited a very old civilization. I'm referring to Indus Valley civilization. Right from the time of Indus Valley civilization, food has played an important role. Over the next several centuries, food has evolved like many things. And today, we have come to a stage where we cannot think about our society. We have to think about our society and we have to think about food. I feel very honored, I feel very privileged that in our country we have a variety of cuisine, a variety of dishes, and we have inherited this multicultural tradition. I think in the last maybe 20-25 years, our eating habits have changed. There was a time when we used to have only simple home-cooked food. If we used to invite any guest, it meant that, the guest would come to our house. But ever since globalization has taken place in early 90s, this system of eating out has become very, very popular. There have been a number of restaurants that have cropped up all over the country. But I strongly believe that there is no substitute for simple home-cooked food. I would even go to the extent of comparing this with mother's love. As there is no substitute for mother's love, similarly I feel there is no substitute for simple home-cooked food. India is a huge country, and in our tradition people have always respected food, and that is the reason why food forms a main part of ceremony and religious celebrations. Each region has got its own particular cuisine, and that's the beauty of our cultural cuisine journey. Our ancestors were very intelligent in choosing food, because if you carefully look at what our ancestors ate, you'll find that whatever they ate, they got complete protein. Their food had all the important ingredients which the human body required. For example, eggs, meat, fish. There were also certain foods which were combined with something else to make it complete. For instance, we had this chawal rajma, we had things like chawal curry, we had paratha and paneer. It is important to eat according to your health. What a young man can eat, certainly a child or an elderly person cannot eat and should not eat. I think stress should be given to have local produce. These local produce will be fresh, it will be nutritious, healthy, and also economical. We should try to avoid packaged food as much as possible. The other thing which is giving us a lot of trouble is the adulteration issue. Food all over the country, to a very large extent, in some places is adulterated, especially during festival time when there's a lot of craze to have food outside. For instance, watermelon is always red when you cut it. It is always sweet. I have a reason to believe that it has been artificially colored and sweetened. In many places, enforcement department conduct raids and the people who are guilty are arrested. But I think that is just a drop in the ocean. The other issue which I would like to communicate with all of you is that there was a time, maybe 20-25 years ago, when vegetables and fruits used to be available only in certain months. For example, cauliflower was available only in winter. But these days, because of bumper production, because of cold storage facility, a lot of vegetables and fruits are available around the year. Naturally, the taste is not as good as it should be. All said and done, I think this contest is a great idea and it will give a great boost to our chefs, to our cooks who are homegrown, and this will give an opportunity for their talent to be recognized. I had the privilege and good fortune of eating in a number of houses all over the country, and all I can say is that the home cooked food cooked by our mothers, sisters-in-law are fantastic. Because of numerous cookery shows on television, some of our cooks have a tendency to imitate them. But my advice to them, my humble advice to them is that please maintain your style, please maintain your cooking tradition. Don't imitate them blindly. Some of these top celebrity chefs are very dear to me. They are my dear friends. With due respect to them, I would like to tell you that they cater to a different clientele altogether. You try to cook simple food which your mothers, your grandmothers have been cooking for so many years. And stick to your family recipe. Once in a while, there's no harm in deviating, but by and large, you should deviate. You should stick to your own recipe. And before I conclude, I would like to congratulate Mrs. Babeetta Sakxena for holding this competition, and I wish this competition a great success. Thank you.